Hello, Internet! Welcome back to the land of Runescape. Quest Ketchup. Today, the Needle Skips is the next one on the list. It is short, no combat, finally, and fully voice acted. So hopefully my voice doesn't get ruined. Hopefully. Let's see, it starts at the hill west of Pescadores. And I'm here at the Pescadores fishing colony. I remember back in the day I used to do a lot of fishing there. I used to do a lot of iron mining down there. I even did some summoning, running, right, to the summoning altar. Oh, I even did some smelting there. Right there. Right there. Right there. That building? Yeah, that building. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. The neighbors are making noise. Hopefully it stops soon. I had to delay because the landlord was cutting down a tree just outside. That was noisy. Well, we gotta go. Let's check the map. That hill there, I assume. That's not just west of Pescadores. That's kind of out there. Also, there appears to be a trail that goes windy around. So I may not be able to just go straight up. Okay, I guess compared to the size of the whole map, this is just next. Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, that's where we're going. It's so annoying that they still have this here after doing so many quests to actually unlock this area. That's kind of annoying. Also, so the iron rocks are still here. They're in a slightly different configuration after the big mining smithing update of, what was it, 2017? 2018? That happened after I took a hiatus to get good at YouTube. Don't go toward the fire. That's the Phoenix Lair. That's a place that I've been to. I did that quest. I even farmed the Phoenix some. What is this? Oh, Irut. They're actually pretty good for some loot. Not great loot, but you know, it's decent loot. Not those though. I mean, maybe those. Back when I was farming Irut, I got my Slayer tasks from Kuradil, so I did the Irut in her dungeon. Okay, so can I go? Okay, I can just go straight, more or less straight up? No? What? Why am I going this way when I want to go that way? This is a whole new area for me. Okay, so I was right. There is like a windy, twisty path to go up here. That's interesting. So I suppose I searched the needle. Yeah, accept. Whang! You examine the needle. It says... Wait, who this? Why is there somebody... How did I just miss the mysterious body when I ran up here? Oh yeah, it says, a word can change the world. What's this? You have received a section of the needle. Commune shard of the needle. Let's do that a little bit. It thrums with great power. And as Stan Lee told us, with great power comes great responsibility. What are we looking at? If you give the needle the correct words, it can show you times past. Okay. What happened here? The Needle Skips is a fully voice-acted quest. It features live, recorded music. We suggest that you turn your sound on. It's on, in order to get the most out of it. I don't know how loud it is. I mean, I can dial up my headphones, but how it's coming through on YouTube, don't know. Search the needle again. The needle stands firm, immovable, a fixed point in time. You feel it urge you to seek answers to what has gone on below. Well, first of all, investigate the body. How'd you get there? The body appears frozen in time. She has written the word Megan in blood next to her. Really? Where do I see that? Also, are you drow? I don't think drow exist in this game. Also, drow should have purple skin, or obsidian skin, not blue. Oh, are you a snow elf? I guess Megan is the right word. Commune. Oh, what? A word can change the world. Search for keywords. Megan, spell it correctly. Unlock memory fragments to progress. Find keywords from the story to unlock memory fragments. Select an unlocked memory to view its keyword or replay the memory. Okay, well, let's do this. You have discovered a new word. A fragment of the memory.
The day we moved here, Primrose was 2. I remember her toddling next to us, carrying a book, one of the bigger ones.
Uh-huh.
You couldn't stop her. We called her a little pack-yak Primrose. Sure, she slowed us down, made the journey painfully long, but you tried to tell her to stop. Ah, good days.
You discover a fragment of a memory.
You got to remember, up to this point, Gale was a bogeyman. Someone who watched us and then sped away into the night.
Oh, you mean boogeyman? A white zombie?
Then she's in my house, talking to me, offering me wishes like I was a princess from one of Primrose's books.
Was that song by White Zombie? Rob Zombie? Or was Rob Zombie the lead singer of White Zombie? This was a long time ago. I should probably pay attention to what's going on in the quest. See, then she's in my house talking to me, offering me wishes like I was a princess. Okay.
Gale led me to the hilltop.
Gale?
Her hands were so cold and hard. I felt numb, but I couldn't figure out if it was from me or her. She showed me something called the needle. Gale asked again, did I really want my wish? She had to shake me to get an answer. The needle would take us both back 30 days. While Gale and I would remember what had happened, no one else would. We'd be the only ones to remember the sea troll's attack.
Okay, we're gonna have sea trolls. That's gonna be fun. Oh wait, no comment, so...
But Primrose would be alive.
Oh, Primrose.
I agreed, and Gale pulled thread from the needle. She separated the thread into strands, and a dome of fabric fell about us. The dome flashed with blinding light. You couldn't see about you, it was impossible. As the light faded, Gale gestured me to my house and said, "Be with her." I rushed through the door and checked the calendar. 30 days back. My daughter's birthday. I checked my bedroom. There wasn't another Megan in there. Then I went to Primrose. She was asleep in her bed. I sat in the chair, watching her. No one was going to budge me from that spot. Not ever.
Uh-huh. Okay. So that got me... The day we moved here, and a second chance. Okay, so Megan leads to this one. And to this one. Okay, we got 2 more names. Primrose. Search. Okay.
Primrose is so strong, but people can't see past the illness.
Illness. Oh, spacebar.
Doctors, visitors, they all make that mistake. Judge her by the disease. Microscopic evil magnified into something huge.
So she was sick.
But I see the strength. Damn girl never lets an argument go unwon. She'll fight for the things she loves, for sure. And she's full of love. Not always for her mum, but, you know, it's there. Growing up, she loved everything. Cared for everything.
Okay, so this is the Primrose one. No. Yes, maybe? Yes. Okay. Wilting Flower. So something killed Primrose between here and here. Let's search for Gale. And then maybe Sea Troll, because one of these mentioned Sea Trolls. I discovered a new memory, and the body is up and moving now.
Gale didn't come to us at first. She'd been watching us for some time from the Needle, making sure we weren't monsters, I guess.
Okay. So that's
And
Gale.
I'd seen her. She wasn't great at hiding herself, after all. She's 10 foot tall and blue.
Wow, yeah, she is kind of tall. I mean, it's hard to see from this angle, but from this angle, she's tall. And yeah, blue, I noticed the blue.
Joss assumed the worst, as he always did. Tried to scare her away with air blasts. Nothing that would hurt her, just to send a message.
I don't know, air blast can kind of hurt. It does, like, some amount of damage. I'm not on the right spellbook, so I can't see how much.
She kept clear. It was only when Joss left, no, abandoned us,
Joss.
that she felt courage enough to talk to me.
Alright, so, and this is Gale, right? The Blue Woman. We also got the name Joss. Oh, I'm getting so much at one time. Or a fragment.
My whole life I've been surrounded by books. Not once have I read one.
You should try reading them.
I can see my tombstone, crushed under a pile of books. When I met Joss, he was hidden behind a stack of wizarding tomes. He'd line our house with them. Primrose treated them as toys, then things to climb, then adventures to climb into. Her imagination was always wild. She'd play out the god wars with Saradomin as a ladle and Zamorak as a pepper pot.
That makes sense.
Every weekend it was the same thing.
Oh, no, another
Pack
one?
provisions, wrap some books in blessed cloth, and worry about leaving Primrose behind. Then it was the trip to the Wizard's Tower, cart and all. Sell some books to Sloop. Ask
Sloop?
around about Joss.
That's another
Hold a
name.
weekend banquet for the elite wizards. Then it was back home, worried about Primrose and whether Gale had kept her safe.
And I discovered another memory fragment.
Temper, temper. That's what Joss would always say to me. Gods, it would only make me angrier. Whenever I would hook his nose out of a damned book, temper, temper. Whenever I called him on his laziness, doing the chores with some cheap magic, temper, temper.
Well, what's magic for if you can't make your life easier with it?
They were even his last words to me before he left. Wherever the bastard has gone, I imagine him repeating them like a cheap toy.
Okay, so that unlocked a lot of them. Okay, Sloop. Before I forget that one. Not Slop. Sloop. New memory. Big surprise.
Sloop was my husband's apprentice. He was a boy, not much older than Primrose, I guess, but he'd caught the wizarding bug, self-centered and ambitious. Still, he kept an ear out for news about Joss. Plus, he bought my books, as often as he could spare the money. I ferried them in small batches, as he could only buy so many. You could tell he never found it easy talking to me. He wanted to keep our meetings as quick as possible. The boy has a dark secret, you can be sure of it. Last trip, he asked for the adventures of Hannibus and said he would pay well. It's Primrose's favorite book. I don't know if I can take it from her, but we need to eat. We need her medicines.
Okay, right, Sea Troll? Sea Troll. Knew it!
You can ignore death, blood, murder. The mind's flexible like that. They all happen to faraway people with faraway lives. It was blissful. We lived in a house where those things didn't exist. But it was like we were pulling back the curtains and hoping for the best. Hoping that those flimsy pieces of fabric would keep the violence out. We were wrong. The world got in. A sea troll got in.
And another fragment.
Some memories stick in you like barbs. They hurt whenever you accidentally catch yourself on them. I was on the way back from the Wizard's Tower. The day had gone well. I'd sold some books for more than I expected, and I'd gotten the cooking job. But I arrived at the house. There was the bang-bang of the door, slamming in the wind. I abandoned the cart, rushed in. I called for Primrose. Nothing. A stray sea troll had found its way into the house. It was long gone when I got there, but it had killed her. Primrose. That was the first time Gale talked to me. I couldn't move. I was crying on the floor of the kitchen, and Gale came to me.
And another memory?
Saradomin, this is my final prayer. If you're listening, then damn you. You choose to listen now. You choose the moment when I give this up. Damn you back to the Third Age. You know what? I don't care whether you listen or not. I found someone else to have faith in.
Ooh. Okay, and I'm currently out of ideas on what to type in here, so let's talk to Gale. Hi, Gale.
I can't fix this. Sit down. Sit down. Let me offer you a wish.
Oh, that's dangerous. Wishes are dangerous, especially in RPGs. First memory?
Stupid. So stupid. I should have been here. I can fix this.
Second memory?
I can't fix this. Sit down. Sit down. Let me offer you a wish.
So she's not actually here. This is like an echo. What if I type in wish? Did that do anything? Did the game hiccup? Did the wish make the game hiccup? Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. I discovered the word wish. Are they always in green? Yes, they are. Okay. Did that... okay, which one is wish? Brush under pile of books. Day we moved here. Temper. Tempted woman. Wilting flower. Pulling, close the curtain. Worst moment. And second chance. Okay, I could just look over here. Wishes. Okay, so we discovered this one with Megan. Trolls. Rose. Okay. Is there anything else I can do? Examine. A piece of an elder artifact that can restrict the threads of... restitch threads of fate. Quest, what am I doing? The needle lets me glimpse memories from the past. I should search for keywords by the house to try and unravel this mystery. I mean, we got so many keywords right here. Okay, let's go to the house. Okay, searching for the keywords. Explore the cart. Someone has carved Joss for Megan crudely into the inside of the cart. By the look of the scuffing dirt and muck, it was some time ago. I mean, we already know those words. There's nothing by the well? Oh well. Ah. Get it. Get it. Okay, there's Megan. We can talk to Megan.
Primrose. Books are for bookcases. The clue's in the name. Stop scattering them about this damned house. You won't get out of bed for dinner, but you'll do it for a flipping book.
Is that a clue? Is that a clue? Book. Or bookcase. Okay, so those just direct to here. Things I've already unlocked. Gotcha. Okay. Clock. Antique clock. And it's still running. Explore. The string is well worn. The symbol has already left someone's neck. Okay. Sarah Domin. I think that's how you spell it. Hello? Game? I think that's a bug. Sometimes it doesn't catch. I discovered a fragment of a memory.
When I was younger, I'd fall in love twice a week. It would come to me as easy as a temper and would disappear just as quick. I thought I would fall out of love with Joss as quickly as the others. In the end, the love went, but it took a while.
Oh.
There was my love for Sarah Domin, of course, but I wasn't getting love in return. The score wasn't equal. Primrose has always been the exception. To fall out of love with Primrose would be to fall out of love with, well, everything. I know what you're thinking. No, that time doesn't count. I wasn't angry with Primrose, I was angry at them.
Them? 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 The world you entered does not reveal any new memories. Okay. There's a them. I guess she means the sea trolls. Nothing in the kitchen, huh? Not even the cupboard. Okay. What's over on this side? No, the inside. Anything? Over here? Climb the stairs. Oh wait, there's a sword. There was a sword. Wait, is that a bearded lady? Okay, I'm getting too distracted. Okay, okay, spear, not sword. Explore the spear. The spear has never been used. It still has the price tag on it from Draenor Market. Draenor Market. Why do you do this, game? Market. There we go. Nothing new, okay. But it swirled faster for a few moments. Oh, maybe I should enter spear. Yeah, to like really click it. I discovered a new word. And that leads to pull and close the curtain. Okay. There's a door that goes nowhere. Bearded lady. I mean, come on, look at that. That's totally a bearded lady. Okay, bedroom. Someone who does not exist, it seems. Don't descend stairs. Explore the books. There's a mix of young adult books and ancient magical tomes. Someone likes to mix their genres. So what about in here? That's the books on the other side. That's a book. That's a chemical case. There's another door that goes nowhere. Okay. I have trouble believing that's everything in the house. And it's very strange that I got so many of the keywords from here up on the hill. Just by paying attention. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes. Let's go back inside. Let's take like a nice wide view. Yeah, we got that. Can't examine that.
Primrose, books are for... Stop scattering them about. You won't get
Yeah,
out
we
of
got
bed
this.
for dinner.
We got that already. Okay. Nothing at the well. Got the cart. I don't think I can go out that way, can I? That's like an out-of-bounds area. Okay. Is there anything out here? Like anything at the bridge? I know the quest says explore the house. Whoa. No, don't leave the quest. Okay, so just keep in the quest. There we go. Okay. So there's this one here. There are 4 keywords that lead to it. A lot that lead... Wow, so there are a lot of words I don't know. Okay. Let's replay this one. Because... No, let's replay this one because maybe this one led to that one. Replay it. Okay, so it doesn't actually replay. You have to. Sure. We weren't monsters, I guess. I mean, we'd seen her. She wasn't great at hiding herself at all. 10 foot tall and blue. Through the worst, he always did. Tried to scare her away with air blasts. Hurt her, clear. Only when Joss left, no, abandoned us, that she felt courage enough to talk to him. Abandoned. Abandoned. Ah, there we go. Which leads to the ones that I've already discovered. Air blast? Nope. Nothing there. Courage. Nope. Let's just replay it again so I get the... replay it. We've got Gale. You know what? I have not tried Needle. Discovered a new word that doesn't reveal anything new. Okay. Monsters. Aha! There we go.
A year to live. That's all the doctor could give her. Holding his hands out upright like a pauper. Please, miss, This is all I can give you. Primrose just half smiled when the doctor told her. I was so angry at her for brushing it all aside. I needed her to cry, break down, something. Just react, damn it. Each month I watched helplessly as she got thinner. Her skin became translucent. But you know Primrose. It just meant that her character shone through brighter. I wish she didn't hide that character away. So often she reserved it for her creatures, her monsters.
Her monsters. Alright. And which one was that we unlocked? This one? No. Nope. Okay, I think it was a year. Yeah, monsters right there. Why is it that we can't actually interact with the Primrose upstairs? Okay, there she is. Nothing. Okay, Doctor. Who? No, let's do the thing again. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. That might also be part of the problem. Okay, new word, new memory.
The potions would strengthen her for a day or two. Then she would be back in bed, just as ill. It's like the disease was a bull, crashing through any barrier we put in front of it. But I couldn't help buying potion after potion. Near half of the money we had, it was spent on these little moments of strength.
Alright. And Doctor also leads to monsters. Or a year, whatever that is. Okay. Potion, maybe. I mean, it probably just leads to the one we just got. Let's go to new word. Okay, yeah, and it leads to this one here. What about illness? That's not how you spell that. Double L. New word, and nothing new though. This one that we're missing. Toy box. Box for toys. I wonder. Toy box. I mean, it's right there, right? Nope. Nothing new. Actually, nothing at all. Wizard, maybe. Aha! There we go.
Is there anyone more self-involved than a wizard?
A necromancer? Maybe. Oh.
I get it, I do. As a wizard, you have to study for years. You have to find a niche that no wizard has found. You have to fight over whatever resources there are.
Maybe a politician?
But none of them, not Joss, not Sloop, not the Wizard's Tower, can see how self-centered they are. The tower's just a chocolate box of egos, all in a variety of flavors.
Is that a Forrest Gump reference? Okay, so we finally got the one there. And then this, the wilting flower. Year. Any price. You know what, we typed in Seratum, and what about Zamorak? I think that's how you spell the name. Okay, it's just a new word. And that just leads back to a pile of books. Okay. Zaros? I wonder? Nah. The needle doesn't care about Zaros. Okay, so we got... I feel like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel right now. We got books. We got the names of the people. You know, Joss, Megan, Primrose, Gale, Sloop, the Doctor. We even got Sir Ottoman and Zamorak in there. We got wizards. Abandoned. The needle. The monsters. Illness. Potions. Sea trolls and the spear. More sea trolls. More sea trolls. Wishes. You know what? There's one that I've not tried. Memory. No. Fragment? Nah. Okay. So the things that the needle does has nothing to do with these memories. Okay, what about apprentice? Apprentice. Is the correct spelling? Yes. Okay, so nothing new. Uh-oh, YouTube says it's not getting enough video. Although it appears to be fine on my phone, I think. This quest doesn't have a lot of movement, so it's hard to tell from my phone if things are actually going well. Okay, there I saw some movement on my phone. Okay. So I think YouTube is just panicking over nothing. What about tower? New word, nothing new though. What about chance? Nothing new. If you can't tell, I'm just like clicking on these, looking at the titles. And what about moment? Because maybe they have keywords in them, right? Nothing new there. Let's actually focus on the room. Okay, so the worst moment doesn't have anything. Maybe curtain. Yeah, we're at random guessing moment now. You're not. Ooh, price. Okay. I mean, you would think that would be one, right? A year. Maybe a year? Maybe? Okay, there we go. Nothing new, though. A year takes us to a year. Flower? Nothing new. Wilting. Nice. Okay, yeah. Nothing new, okay. Blue woman. You know what? I'll try blue. Blue. Let's go to a new word that just goes to here. Oh, arrogance. What do you want to bet? I'm going to discover all the words for the ones I've discovered, but not the ones for The things I've not discovered. Yeah, really not arrogance? Okay, maybe temper. Can you think? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did spell arrogance correctly. Okay. That's the thing I gotta pay attention to. Oh, what about love? Love. A word that goes to things I've already discovered. I'm noticing a pattern here. Move? Nothing new. Day. Nothing new. So we already did books. Okay, so we're at the point where I'm definitely missing something. Oh, what about house? House. Okay. But nothing new. Hill? Because there's a hill over there. Nope. The hill is not important. And we still can't interact with the memory of Primrose. Ignore that name is hard to pronounce sometimes. We did the books. The book said something, right? Ancient magical tomes and young adult books in which genres? Alright, tome. Okay. Tome, just to be sure. Because the interface glitches sometimes, it seems. Nothing. Ancient. Nothing. Magic. Really? Her husband is a wizard, although I guess we have wizard already. Wizard and magic will be redundant. Young. Adult. Young hyphen adult. Adventure. Okay, finally something new.
There was a day when the illness hit her hard. A day when she couldn't ignore it. Primrose dropped her favorite book. The Adventures of Hannibus, I think.
Hannibus!
She couldn't pick it up. It was open on its back page, the ending staring right up at her. It was the first time I'd seen her cry since the illness. I tried to hand it to her, but she shoved it away. I felt like her jailer. I had no choice. I had to sell the Adventures of Hannibus.
Oh no!
It was going to bring us food, medicine, which would make her strong again. We couldn't afford not to. I was going to ask permission from Primrose, but she wouldn't have understood. I took it from her as she slept. She had her arms around it, like she knew the plan. It took some jostling, but I had it. I can be delicate when I need to be. She didn't mention Hannibus the next morning. Not a word.
Alright, so this is probably just going to unlock the ones that are already unlocked, but how do you spell Hannibus twins? Hannibus. Okay, it's just those. You know what she said? She's buying food. So food, and then medicine next. Nothing. Medicine. I think that's how you spell it. Okay, that is how you spell it. And it just goes to the one that I already know. Jailer. Cry. Okay. And it just goes to one that already unlocked. Ignore it. Who dropped your favorite book? The Adventures of Hannibus. I think it was. Pick it up. Someone's back page. The ending staring right up at. You know what? What about end? Nope. Okay, we got more poking around to do, I guess. Because I've missed something. I just know it. Oh, now I can explore this. They all come from the apothecarian Varrock. Okay, so, Varrock? Is it with a CK? Varrock? Is that it? Just do it again, game. Let me, check that. Yeah, Varrock. Varrock. Spacebar. 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 What? The interfaces are getting a little, unresponsive. Apothecary? Is that how you spell it? Hold on. Apothecary. Yeah, that's how I spelled it. Okay. So basically, this didn't tell me anything. Apothecary does nothing. Varrock does nothing. Do I need to capitalize it? I didn't need to capitalize Hannibus. Capital V. Alright. That doesn't do anything. Examine the desk. Someone's been doing lots of reading. Examine the medicine shelf. Shelf covered with a collection of medicine packets and bottles. Okay. Reading? Nope. We got 4 memories to go. Wait a minute, what? I have a keyword that leads to this one, but it's still locked? Why? Why did monsters not unlock this one? Alright, so this is when the blue woman replay. She couldn't clear it was only when Joss left. No, abandoned us that she felt courage enough to talk to me. And then after that, we have the wilting flower. Rose is strong when people can't see past her illness. Doctors, visitors, they all make that mistake, judge her by the disease. Microscopic evil magnified as something huge. She's strength. Argument on 1. She's everything she loves for sure. She's full of love, not always sure. Okay, So... between those two things happened. Men in Blue and Gale, Joss love Monster's Needle. Illness love Primrose. So I wonder. Argument. Okay, there we go. But that just goes to there. Mistake. I wonder. I wonder. Mistake. Nope. Strength. Nope. Agility. I can't spell. Oh, okay. I could try all the skill names, but that I feel like nah. This is these keywords here somewhere. There are keywords hiding, maybe hiding, hiding in the text. Okay, maybe not that one specifically. Some time from the needle, making sure we weren't monsters, I guess. I mean, we'd seen her, it was 10 foot tall and blue. Tall? Nope. Okay. I mean, blue. Well, it was one. Visitors. Visitor. Right? Nope. Uh-huh. What am I missing? Play this one. This is my books. Tombstone. I wonder. Wizarding tomes. House with them. Toys, then things to climb, then adventures to climb into. Imagination was always wild. Okay, just try Tombstone, Stone, then God Wars. Okay. What else does God? Okay, then that's just that one there. War? Nope, nothing new there. Imagination. Okay, a new one, finally! A table has appeared in the upstairs of the house. Oh. That's interesting. So is that why this wasn't interactable to begin with? I hadn't unlocked the correct thing?
I guess we should have stopped it earlier. Even when she was young, she'd have imaginary friend after imaginary friend. They'd even have relatives. Imaginary sisters and brothers would come to visit. Some would get lost, and we'd have to pretend to look for them. It got serious once Primrose got ill. She would keep their counsel, rather than talk to me. She did it when I wasn't watching, but I knew. She would write poems with them, sing with them, confide in them, ask them for their thoughts.
What if the illness was some sort of a possession kind of thing? So we got this one that monsters should have unlocked, but didn't for some reason. And there's a table in the upstairs that I can look at now. Somewhere. Oh, I can talk to Primrose now.
Mum, the books don't want to be in the bookcase. Just stop fussing. And don't go calling them monsters. They're friends.
What? The sea trolls are friends? What?
No chance of me making any more friends. Gotta hold on to the ones I've got.
What? Friend? Friend. Friend. And that just goes to things that I've already unlocked. What about poems? Poem. Oh, hello.
I opened the book on the way to selling it. I couldn't tell you why. I never had an impulse to read a book before. I guess I was interested in why Primrose had so much love for it. Inside was a slip of paper, a poem, lightly scrawled in feeble handwriting. Primrose confessed her love. She begged to be saved. The world fell away from me. I stopped the cart and turned around. My head thrummed with rage. I worked the horse near to death. The fury was wild and directionless. I burned with rage at myself. Then the flames moved to Joss. After all, everything bad came from that damned man. Finally, the fury rested on the books. When I returned home, I threw them all into the fireplace. Primrose screeched from her bed, begging me to stop. I lit the fireplace and the books burned. But the magic on the books was fuel, and flame mushroomed out of the pit, knocking me to the floor.
The lesson here is don't burn magic stuff.
I was scarred and drowsy. Primrose was screaming about her friends burning over and over. Gale found me, probably thanks to Primrose. She applied some kind of salve to me, but there was no removing the scar. It was to be my brand.
Alright. And you know what? There was one up here. Something. Somewhere. Yeah, wild. And she said wild again in this one, so let's try wild. Nah. Scar? Okay, it was just... Oh, the face is different here. What about brand? So this is like the very end right here. So we're missing those two there. Okay, so let's go investigate the fireplace that was just recently unlocked. Go down the stairs, go down the stairs, go down the stairs. Fireplace. Explore the fireplace, but not too deeply because it's hot.
Primrose wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't look at me. I'd find scraps of her meals tucked into her pillowcase. She was dying, so much faster than before, and she was pulling at the last threads of life, hoping to find death at the other end. I'd lost her. I went to Gale. What else could I do? I begged for another wish. To take the 30 days, to go back again. Gale calmed me and told me to return tomorrow. The needle would be recharged and I could return to Primrose's birthday. I could do this all again.
Oh, okay, we got so many words to try now. First of all, burn. It'll probably just like lead to this one. Also, how is this the last one when Primrose is still alive? Because she was killed like around here. Then again, we have time travel going on. But the needle shard shutters and a portal in time opens up on the hill by the needle. Enter the portal and start the next chapter. But have I not finished this chapter? Okay, not that one. Birthday. Word. Memory. See, I'm not done with this one yet.
It was the morning after I traveled back in time. 30 days. Back to the morning of Primrose's birthday. Primrose looked so much better than I remembered. Here she was, unmarked by any sea troll, happy and soulful. She was alive, dear gods, and happy. I resolved in that moment to never let her get hurt again. Gale, wonderful Gale, offered to keep an eye on Primrose while I was away.
Okay, so it was a time travel thing. Okay. Also, life. No. Death. Okay, new word that just goes to there. Okay, there are only 4 words that can go to this one. I know that Gale has more to talk to me about. And I know that a portal in time is open on the hill. I'm aware of that. So what was this one? Imagining another family. That's the imagination, the friends, the monsters, the poetry. And then this is a wilting flower. So what could possibly be here? Okay, so that's the sea troll attack. Okay, this is the time travel. Okay, kind of want to unlock all the words too, but I that's gonna require a lot of guessing. Okay, so this is between Imagine Another Family and a wilting flower. What could possibly be happening here? There are only 4 words that'll go to it. And we learned from monsters that a keyword doesn't always unlock a memory. What am I happy? I press enter. Does that... Okay, so that's a shortcut. And happy doesn't do anything. What about soulful? Nope. What's the new one? What else? Thread. Nope. Okay. This is between Imagining Another Family. Oh, what about family? Nope. So, Imagining Another Family and a wilting flower. Did sea troll. Oh, what about time? The obvious one that's happening throughout the entire quest. Nope. Back to the future? Past? Nope. Okay. What about present? Nope. Okay. We got those out of the way. Let's replay this one here. Imaginary friend. Get relatives, sisters, brothers, go to visit, get lost. Should look for them. Keep the counselor with them, talk to me. Okay, my one willow seed sold. Okay. Thoughts. No. Oh. Lonely. That's how you spell it. Because it sounds like Primrose was lonely. It was worth a guess. Alone? Alright. Okay, and this leads into Wilting Flower, which was... yeah, strong. Yeah, I tried strength, but I didn't try strong. No, okay. So we did love, because it's right there. Obviously, there's a word that I missed somewhere in all of this. So we did imagination. What about pretend? Pretend. Nope. Okay, what if I go talk to Gale? Maybe Gale has some information that I'm missing. Maybe. I wish the camera would behave. Yeah, there's that portal. Let's not go in the portal yet. Talk to Gale.
There's no way that I'm going to let this happen again. I am going to look after Primrose. Nothing is going to get past me.
Third memory.
There is no way that I'm going to let this happen again.
Okay, let's...
I am going to look after Primrose. Nothing is going to get past me.
I don't know if this is helpful. What was the first memory again?
Stupid. So stupid. I should have been here. I can fix this.
Alright. And then the second memory?
I can fix this. Sit down. Sit down. Let me offer you a wish.
We did wish. Did we do stupid? Because maybe this one here is a Gale thing? That doesn't make sense, because these are all Megan things. No. Sit. No. I don't want to go to chapter 2 until I get this one right here. Replay this one, that's... imaginary families and stuff. And then ask them for their thoughts. Flower. Alright. What's this? Blue woman. A year. And some wizards. So maybe this is a Joss thing, right? Maybe this is her talking about Joss. She doesn't like him, even though she married him. The day we moved here. You know what? We did love, but did we do hate? No. We did anger, I believe, right? Oh, okay. Doesn't unlock the one that's left. We did abandon. So where did Joss go to? Worst moment. Where did Joss go to again? we moved here. What was that? Cat Primrose. Okay. Temper. So we did temper because that's there. Angrier. His nose. His laziness. Let's see, they were his last words before he left. Wherever the bastard was gone, I imagine him repeating them like a cheap toy. So we don't know where he went. Or Megan doesn't know where he went. Lazy. Okay, yeah, that just goes to this one here. Sure. No. Cheat. No. I think we did toy box, not toy, right? Okay, no, that goes nowhere. Bastard. Nope. Can't even get censored? I didn't think I had the censor on. Okay, so we don't know where he went. There are only 4 that can go here. And I've not discovered them. That's so annoying. You know what? There was a cart. The first thing I investigated was a cart. It said Megan and Joss forever or something like that. But I never typed in cart. Okay, that just goes there. What did the cart even say? Can I surge? Nope, I cannot. Yo, cart, what did you say? Joss for Megan. Rooting inside the cart by the look of the scuffing, dirt, and muck. It was some time ago. Now, this is the number 4. We got everything we could from that. Before we even discovered that. Dirt. Because that was mentioned in the thing. Talk about muck. Nope, okay. What about gone? Nope, because, you know, Joss is gone. He went away. I wish I could have a list of words that don't work. I mean, I know that they're right here. I'm aware. Except for the one that's censored. I mean, it's there. I just can't see it. Okay, so Joss and Megan moved out here with a 2-year-old Primrose. He's a wizard, studies in books, and does magic. He's supposedly lazy because he likes to do chores with magic. I think that's inventive, not lazy. Primrose likes the books, has imaginary friends, some kind of weird illness. which I think might be related to the needle and maybe even be related to the time travel. Maybe the time travel caused her illness. See, Joss left, went somewhere, we don't know where. Left Megan and Primrose out here. Primrose's illness kept getting worse. Couldn't buy food or medicine without selling the books. Discovered a poem while trying to sell her favorite book. Changed her mind, came running back, discovered Primrose dead, and then Blue Lady Gale used the needle to help her travel back in time 30 days. Maybe 30. 30. Okay, yeah, okay. And what if we... Hold on, is it actually spelled out? 30th. 30th. 30th birthday? What? What if I spell it out? No. So numbers do count, it seems. Alright, so we're back in time 30 days. Let's just spend time with Megan. With Primrose. And okay, that's right. Hold on. What was this one again? So you can ignore death, blood, murder. The mind's flexible like that. They all happen to faraway people with faraway lives. It was blissful. We lived in a house where those things didn't exist, but it was like we were pulling back the curtains and hoping for the best, hoping those flimsy pieces of fabric would keep the violence out. We were wrong. The world got in. A sea troll got in. Let's see, what was this one? What was paper cuts? Oh yeah, she couldn't finish her favorite book. The Adventures of Hannibus. Okay. So then the sea troll got in. And then Ripley found his way into the house. He's long gone. Hold on. Okay, she was on her way back from the Wizard's Tower. The day had gone well. Sold some books. Okay, so she was selling books. Not the Hannibus book, but she was selling books, and then okay, and the sea troll killed Primrose. Okay, and then okay, she abandoned Sir Ottoman. What Final? No. Prayer. Okay. That one. And then there's that one there too. Okay, so I got all the keywords for this one. Still have 0 for this one, but... Third? No. Age. No, okay. Found someone else to have faith in. Maybe it's faith. No. Okay. Kitchen, okay, what? Okay, yeah. Killed. Enter. Okay, so that just unlocks this one again. Still nothing for this one. What was this one again? Wait, what about violence? Violence. Nope. So we got Sea Troll. Wait, what about Barb? Nope. Because in one of the memories you mentioned a Barb. I know, that's stretching. Blood, murder. What about murder? Okay, yeah. Blood. Okay, we keep unlocking the ones that we've already unlocked. That's, not very productive. But I mean, there's a small probability that one of the words that we've not unlocked yet is also one of these, right? We tried arrogance, didn't we? I'm spelling it correctly, yes. Okay, no, that's... what's this one again? Replay. So, maybe it's self or involved? Or self hyphen involved? No, okay. Oh, ego. No, really? Chocolate. It was worth a shot because it's like it's right there. Study. Okay, so that's one. But again, it doesn't unlock this one. I get it. I do. As a wizard, you have to study for years. You have to find a niche that no wizard has found. You have to fight over whatever resources there are. Not Snoop, not the wizard's tower. You can see how self-centered they are. The tower is just a chocolate box of egos, all in a variety of flavors. Duh, box. Resources. Nope. What else is happening in here that I've not unlocked? Anyone? Nope. Okay. So we got wizard. For years. Niche? Nope. Oh, wizard is found. You have to fight over. Fight? Nope. No, not self hyphen centered. Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe we move on to a different one. Replay this one. Yeah, this was a long one. There could be a lot of keywords here. Got to remember at this point, Gale was a boogeyman. Oh, okay, what about boogeyman? Nope. Remember. Nope. So watched us and then sped away into the night. Then she's in my house talking to me and offering me wishes like I was a princess from... Oh, princess. Nope. Into the hill. Oh, maybe it's hilltop, not hill. Nope. My hands were so cold, so hard, I felt numb, but I couldn't figure out if it was from me or her. She was going to pull the needle. Gale asked again, did I really want my wish? She had to shake me to get an answer. The needle would take us both back 30 days. Well, Gale and I would remember what had happened. No one else would. We'd be the only ones to remember. The sea trolls. Really? Remember is not a word? A keyword? Let me try it again. Well, let me see if I spelled it correctly. Remember. Yes, I spelled it correctly. Okay. No one else would remember the sea trolls attack. Primrose would be alive. Oh, is alive? No. Agreed. Gale pulled thread from the needle. She separated the thread into strands. A dome of fabric fell about us. What about fabric? Oh. Strand. Nope. Dome flashed with blinding light. You could see about you. It was impossible. As the light faded, Gale gestured to my house and said, be with her. I rushed through the door and checked the calendar 30 days back. My daughter's birthday. We got birthday. Okay. Checked the bedroom. There wasn't another Megan there. I went to Primrose. She was asleep in her bed. I sat in the chair watching her. No one was going to budge me from that spot. Not ever. Chair? Is that important? Bedroom? Okay. What is... Just one of these 4 words. That's all I need. Between imaginary family and a wilting flower. What was a year again? Oh yeah, the doctor gave her a year. Was it upright like a pauper? This is all I can give you. Primrose just half smiled when the doctor told her. I was so angry at her for brushing it all aside. Cry, break down, something, just react. Size each month. Watched helplessly as she got thinner. Skin became translucent, but you know, Primroses. Reserved for creatures or monsters. Creatures. Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing. Character. Nope. Thin? Okay, yeah. I mean, we're unlocking the ones that we've already unlocked. That's... I feel like the one that we've not unlocked yet is about Joss somehow? Or maybe Gale? But... what words have we not used? Help. Alright, okay, that unlocked something somewhere. Not what I wanted to unlock. At this rate, I'm going to unlock all the keywords just to find this one. So was that the day we moved here? We'll play that one. Yak. There's a yak down here as well in the Wizard's Tower? Oh, because yak and cart. Pack? No. I already discovered that word. I did? What about good? Good. Nope. Stop. Nope. And I'll try to remember, and memory. What about toddle? Nope. We did moved, or move. 2. Pack Primrose. Sure, just slow us down. Slow. Long. Nope. Okay, okay. I'd fall out love twice a week. Week? No. As easy as a temper, and would disappear just as quick. I don't love as Josh as quickly as others. In the end, the love went, but it took a while. Went? Because Josh went somewhere? Of course. Return. Score. Why are you keeping score, anyway? Equal. Nope. Exception. Primrose would be to fall out of love with, well, everything. I know what you're thinking. No, that time doesn't count. I wasn't angry with Primrose. I was angry at them. Oh, the imaginary people? Or imaginary family or whatever. Also, it seems that I've discovered all the keywords here, so I'm probably wasting my time. Temper. I'll play that one. Right. We got the laziness. We got the temper. We got the abandon and Joss. Always? Say? No. Only make me angrier. We got anger somewhere else. Nose. Nope. Book. Temper. Well, there's laziness doing the chores. We tried chores at some point. Cheap magic, we tried both of those. Last? I think I tried that one. Words. No? Really? It's me before he left. Left. Where the bastard is gone? I imagine him repeating them like a cheap toy. I mean, like, what else is in here? Tried chores. Tried bastard. We have imaginary, but do we have imagine? Nope. Tried cheap, tried toy. Repeat. Hook and nose. This is the beginning right here. Temper, that's what Johnson would always say to me. Angrier. Me? Him? I know those can't be keywords. The areas of wizards. Again, that's another one where I feel like we've got everything. But there's one we don't have. The blue woman, replay. First, I've been watching. Neil, make sure we want monsters. Yeah, we got monsters. We'd seen her. She wasn't great at hiding herself. 10 foot tall and blue. Yeah, we got blue. Scare? Tried air, we tried blast. Hurt. Message. There was only one Jocelyn left. No, abandon us. And she felt courage enough to talk to me. We tried courage. Tried me. I hate it when quests get down to guessing. We've been doing this for an hour and a half? Wow. So here, any price. Like, are there any extra keywords in this one? We got potion. Day or two. Go to bed, just as ill. This is a bull crashing through any barrier we put in front of him, and I couldn't help but buying potion after potion. Near half of the money we had was spent on these little moments of strength. Money? Okay, we're gonna try that one first. Or before. Bed. Okay, we got another one there, but not here. Price. Did I try price at some point? Got potion. I think I did moment at some point, didn't I? Yeah. Ill. We did ill, didn't we? Or illness? Yeah, we're just over that one. Paper cuts. What was that one? Page. Nope. Tried jail, or we tried to cry. Illness. Favorite? Favoo. Because it's British. Favoo, right? No. Ignore? Nope. Drop your favorite book, which is Hanibus. We got Hanibus. Nope. Page. Ending, so we're trying ending. Or end. I'm beginning to wonder if these keywords here are only revealed after I go to chapter 2. But I feel like chapter 2 is going to give me another set of these. But maybe I have to go to chapter 2, learn what happens in chapter 2, to figure out keywords to try for this one, and then I come back. Okay, in the interest of progress, let's move on to chapter 2. Maybe I can come back. This is definitely not a short quest. I know if you have all the answers, okay, there we go. For some reason, the click area is way over here. But as I was saying, I guess if you have all the answers in front of you and you don't have to guess or figure things out, or actually play the quest, you can just type things in and you're done. I completed chapter 1. Not really, but we can continue chapter 2.
I feel like I'm collecting bed sores. Note to self, jiggle around a bit more.
Okay, bed sores, jiggle, collect.
Anyway, something odd, really odd, happened today. Mum brought me breakfast with a scar on her face.
Oh, the timelines are breaking down.
Long and wiggly, like a snake or a Gothic symbol.
Gothics?
And it looks healed. Like it's been there for, I don't know how long. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's totally ancient language right there. What's up with that?
Did she think I wouldn't notice? But, you know, we did what we always did. I didn't say anything in case she got angry again. And she treated me like I was 5.
So it sounds like Primrose is not happy here. Yeah, I knew it. I'll get a new thing. Okay, so I guess Scar.
She mentioned it. I didn't even bring it up. She said the scar was from a wizard at the wizard's tower. An accident, and she didn't feel safe going back. From now on, she's staying at home. It's a big old bag of lies. It stinks. Not once did she look me in the eye. Well, she's such an awful liar. It crossed my mind that the scar was just an excuse to stop going to the tower. Did she know about Sloop? Was this all to stop us talking to each other through the books?
What? Oh. It wasn't an imaginary family. It was telepathic communication, using books as a magic-y thing.
Oh, Sloop, what am I going to do now?
Sloop?
Sloop was the one who brought the news to us. Dad had run away from the wizard's tower. Something about plagiarism. He was due to go on trial that week, but he'd run from it.
Now, if I go back to chapter 1 and use the word plagiarism, will that unlock the one that I couldn't unlock?
Dad was always a reader. Never one to come up with ideas himself. I guess he just stole ideas from one of his old tomes. So, he left us to fend for ourselves. Left me with Mum. Just as I became ill.
Is the telepathic magic making you sick? Is that it?
The worst part was Sloop. Without Dad, there was no reason for Sloop to be at the house anymore. Why would Dad's apprentice visit when Dad wasn't there? Mum wouldn't let him in. My love. My Sloop. So, he got work at the wizard's tower and passed notes in the books that Mum sold to him.
Okay, so it's just note passing.
But even that's gone now.
I assumed it was telepathic communication. That'd be cool and all. No, it's just note passing.
I know that Sloop won't give up on me. I know he will come for me.
Okay, we got so many. Oh boy. We did Scar. We did Sloop. Okay, I guess let's do the names. Megan.
There's a story in one of the books. It was the only one Mum liked to read to me.
Baba is now visible by Primrose's room. Who's Baba?
It's about a
Are you
giant,
Baba?
Dubbo, who keeps a flock of sheep. He loves those sheep. Force feeds
You're
them hay.
Baba.
Throws them from hand to hand to make sure they wake up. Taps them on the head with his club to make sure they go to sleep.
Ow!
Each day, one runs away. He can't understand why. He treats them so well. So, he eats that runaway sheep. In one go, pop! To send a message to the others.
And now they all run away.
But they keep running away. And he keeps eating them. Pop, pop, pop. Eventually, only one remains. That sheep, Baba, puts up with the feeding, the throwing, the taps on the head, does nothing. And Dubbo sits down in front of that sheep. "What's wrong with you, little runt?" the giant asks. But Baba won't answer and won't run away. "Why won't you run away?" said Dubbo. He didn't know it, but he wanted the sheep to run away.
The sheep are tasty.
So he goes out, gets into a fight with another giant, and gets eaten himself. It's an odd story.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Still, I like having Baba around the house as one of my friends. She visits and we chat. She's a real gossip, you know.
Examine Baba.
She's bad, Prim. A wolf in sheep's clothing.
So this is a wolf? Looks like a sheep to me.
Jilly saw her. Tell her, Jilly. Jilly knows that Mum's pulling the wool over your eyes.
Okay. Primrose. Okay. I guess Primrose is not relevant to Primrose. Gale?
She was so beautiful. It was breathtaking. I mean, she was scary too. She was about twice as big as me, even without me being hunched, and had 100 times the strength and 1,000,000 times the magic.
Uh-huh.
I desperately wanted to meet her and get to know her. I felt it in my belly, right next to my sickness.
And, Joss. You discovered a new word, but not a new memory. Okay, illness? Is it actually illness? Nope, okay. Books.
Hannibus was the first of my friends to appear from the books. Scared the animal right out of me. One minute I was reading, the next there was a lizard man leaning over to get a better look at the book.
Okay, so Hannibus is a lizardman?
I screamed, of course. Mum came in and told me it was a fever, that I was seeing things. Even I couldn't make up a 5-foot lizard reading books about himself. I wished Megan could see them. Baba, Thok, Jilly, Hannibus. Perhaps they would have made her happy.
So what,
just as much as they made me.
You call your mother by her name? Hannibus. I just got a new word. Yeah. Thok?
I've never really had a problem with being bored. I read, I write, and there's always my friends. My friends were a gift from my dad. A little apology before the utter scumbag ran away. When I read a book, the character pops into existence, but no one else can see them. Some of them I don't care much for. I've learned to keep them locked in their books. But Thok and the others, I couldn't be without them. Thok was one of my favorites. He knew it, of course, and would wander around the house beating his chest, calling himself Primrose's champion.
Okay.
He was going to protect me from everything, and everything was a potential threat. A twitch in a curtain was a ghost. A slammed door was a demon. I tried to tell him that demons had better things to do than playing with doors, but he'd look at me slyly and say, "That's what they want us to think." I was so much happier having him around. And not just because of the threat of door demons.
Okay, what was the other one? Jilly?
Jilly Willikers had a series of books, but I only ever kept one. It was Jilly Willikers and the Time Key.
Time
The first
key.
one.
Like a needle, maybe?
I liked Jilly. He never treated my illness seriously. He'd walk around with wobbly arms and legs pretending to be me. I needed that. But Jilly had become serious. It was only after pushing him that I found out why. He knew something. And my other friends had to push him to tell me. He said that he had found a diary. My mum's diary. In her cloak, and had opened it, hoping to find a new friend for me to play with.
Instead, he found out she's been traveling through time and possibly messing up the timeline.
Baba came hopping into my room.
Baba,
Always
the one right in
laugh.
front of me.
She doesn't walk, more bounces. But I could see from her expression that something wasn't right. She lost her footing and tumbled into my sideboard, knocking over a medicine bottle. She told me that Jilly had found something, and that I should come right away.
Baba? No, okay, so nothing actually new. Diary.
I took a dose of strength potion, and, completely inelegantly, made my way to Mum's bedside table, just as Jilly had told me. I couldn't quite understand what I was reading. On each day of the diary, there were multiple entries, written in tiny text and boxed off from each other. I looked for yesterday's date. Again, there were multiple entries for one day. One was familiar. It talked about the pie she had made and noted that she thought I looked healthier, having eaten it. But I didn't recognize the other entries for yesterday. They were events I didn't recognize, an argument we never had, a visit to the wizard's tower, a burning of the pie. Then I looked at tomorrow's entry, the 30th. The book was completely blank after that date. And every entry on the 30th, of which there were many, was the same. The return. The return. The return. The return. The return.
The return? Just guessing here.
It was the 30th. The day of the return. Whatever in all Gillinall that was. I resolved to follow Mum on her nightly trip out of the house. Hannibus gave me his lance, Thok his shield. I knew they would both disappear as soon as I left the house, but I thanked them anyway.
So it's something to do with the house. It's not just her imagination, it's the house that's bringing these fictional characters to life.
The door closed as my mum left. I pulled a dark cloak over my shoulders, took a swig for strength, and then stepped out into the darkness. Mum had a small firebrand, which made her easy to follow, but I had no such luxury. I was locked to darkness. Every sound I made, I feared she would turn around. But she only had eyes for the hilltop. We passed something like a grave, but I had no time to dilly-dally. Mum was many steps ahead of me. I could feel the strength in me already sapping. Mum reached the top, and I hid behind a berry bush on the edge of the clearing. A tall, blue woman called Gale was waiting for my mother.
But you've not met Gale in this timeline?
They talked, and I could only make out fragments. And then Gale danced, without music.
Alright. Did we try Gale? Can't remember. Yeah, we're just over that one. Okay. So what things have appeared? Oh, hello. Jilly Willikers.
Prim, don't make me say. It's not a fun thing, not something that'll make you laugh, Primmy. Your mum has a diary. I thought it would be fun to see if there was a friend in the diary. Someone to cheer you up.
Your voice does not match your face.
But there wasn't a friend, Primmy. Not a friend at all.
Hey, Thok, why are you at Demonheim?
Thok knows something wrong. Thok has Thok's sense, a tickle in Thok's beard when something is wonky.
Okay, so this is Primrose doing his voice. So it is her imagination, but like, they disappear when she leaves the house.
Thok beard is extra tickly. Mum is a shade. Yep, like ones from my stories in Demonheim. Thok is sure of it. Jilly knows. Thok has never seen a clown lie.
And Hannibus?
We're your friends, Queen Primrose. Your army. Thok is your shield, and I am your lance. Jilly is your jester, and Barbar your advisor. Should you need us, we're yours to command.
Alright, so we talked to those. Shade? Hello? Enter. Enter. No, that's not what I'm doing. Enter. Oh, new memory.
Hannibus was the first to call her the Shade, the name that my friends use, even though I tell them not to. She would leave most evenings, up to the hilltop, and Hannibus would watch for as long as he could, before he reached the limit of his magic. Always, she would be in the same cloak. Always, she would head up the hill. The cloak would make her look like a shade, and each day, she would grow more hunched.
Interesting. And we spoke to Baba. Explore the table.
I took a dose of strength potion and, completely inelegantly, made my way to Mum's bedside table, just as Jilly had told me.
Okay, you already told me this.
I couldn't quite understand what I was reading.
You
On
already
each
told me
day
this.
of the diary, there were multiple entries written in tiny text and boxed off from each other.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I looked for yesterday's date. Again, there were multiple entries for one day. One was familiar. It talked about the pie she had made and noted that she
Pie.
thought I looked healthier, having eaten it. But I didn't recognize the other entries for yesterday. They were events I didn't recognize, an argument we never had, a visit to the wizard's tower, a burning of the pie. Then I looked at tomorrow's entry, the 30th. The book was completely blank after that date, and every entry on the 30th, of which there were many, was the same. The return. The return. The return. The return. The return.
Hi. Nope. Okay. Let's go downstairs. And then eventually go talk to Gale. Again. Downstairs. Okay. The spear is not there. Okay, Megan.
I'm not ready to let her go, Gale. You've been a dear friend for so long, but I need this. We need this. Give me another 30 days. I beg you.
30, right? 30. Nope. That's not important in this chapter. Kitchen? Where the pie was made? Nothing in the kitchen. The table does not exist here. Okay, maybe the quest is saying go talk to Gale. Or is not interactable. Those things aren't interactable. Okay. Search the needle before we talk to Gale. The needle stands firm, immovable, fixed. Okay, yeah, we know this. Gale!
The end is the beginning, Megan. I will give you another return, but you have to prepare yourself. The anima, she won't let you do this forever. Events will conspire, and you will not be able to follow this path continuously. You may not see it in Primrose, but I see your daughter. She is doubt.
Doubt?
And doubt blossoms faster than any disease. Time can do nothing to halt that.
Okay. Doubt. Okay, now I gotta go back to Primrose's bed.
I returned to the house, flinging the cloak under my bed. My legs trembled with the night's effort. My friends asked where I had been, as if they didn't know. Doc, Hannibus, Baba, Jilly. They all talked as if nothing had happened. Then Mum walked in, her silhouette filling and darkening the room. My friends retreated to their books, as if Mum could see them. Mum leaned over me, kissed my cheek and whispered, "Happy birthday, little Primrose," before turning to leave. I reached below my bed for my cloak and searched in the pockets for the diary. I flicked to my birthday, and there it was.
Okay. See, time? Nothing new. Let's see, what else? Oh, anima. Nope. That's not an important word at all. Beginning? Not 3 ends. I mean, yes, 3 ends, but not all together. Nope. We got return. We got 30. Forever? Nope. Events. Conspire. Nope. Daughter? Nope. Dis-ease. Nope. Blossom. Nope. Okay, so I guess we just go back to the bedroom. Up the stairs. Yep, bearded lady. Still there. Hi, Baba. Hello.
On the day before my birthday, there was only one entry. But on the day of my birthday, there were multiple. I read each entry on my birthday. There were several in tiny handwriting. She looks so much healthier. Every time I travel back, I forget how much healthier she looks. How can I give up seeing her this well? Traveling back? What have you done, Mom?
Time travel? We tried time, but do we try travel? Travel. No, really? How about back? No. Healthy? Nope. Oh, wait, birthday. There we go.
On the day before my birthday, there was only one entry. But on the day of my birthday, there were
We just
multiple.
got that.
I read each entry on my birthday. There were several in tiny handwriting. She looks so much healthier,
We just got this one.
traveling back.
And apparently the game says I'm ready for chapter 3. But there's so many I've not unlocked. Hey, what is this one? Champion. Oh, champion? Nope. Dubbo. Okay, that didn't do much. Story. Nope. Pages. Nope. Dragon Rider. Nope. We did friend, right? Imagine. Imaginary. Nope. Oh, how about lies? There we go.
I began writing down the lies that Mum was telling me. Every day there was a new one. 1. The scar had come from an accident at the Wizard's Tower. 2. That she would invite Sloop to the house when she next saw him. 3. That we had plenty of money.
Oh, you don't.
4. That there was no need for medicine anymore. My friends believe that she's not Mum anymore. They call her the Shade.
Alright, oh, money. Spell it right. Medicine. There we go. Oh, and apparently a thing has appeared.
Doing anything for more than a few minutes is the ultimate pain in the backside. My lungs burn. My knees go to jelly. I just fall over and want to go to sleep. Mum used to get medicines. It took all of our money to do it, but I wasn't going to convince her to stop. Megan's the only one who changes Megan's mind. The medicines would let me leave the bed, for a few days at least. And it would bring a smile to my mum, which was, something. Then I'd be back to bed, like a brick fell on me. I had the idea of stealing some of the medicine for myself, when Mum wasn't there. But she rationed it so carefully. And we can't afford it now anyway. Not now Mum's given up the job at the Wizard's Tower. Huh. I wonder if I could make a simple strength potion. Just your average homemade strength potion. Would that work?
Yeah, you need the something like what is it? Terramin in Limport? Well, Terramin's kind of hard to come by sometimes. Okay, so a thing appeared somewhere. Somewhere. Over here? Some medicines on a shelf appeared in one of... Oh, is it this one? Right here?
Sipping the potion, I could follow her. It wouldn't keep me going for long, but I could tail her as long as she didn't go far. I felt genuinely excited. I was an adventurer.
Okay, potion. Potion. No? Potion. Okay, that just goes to that one there. Adventure? Nope. Respite. Nope. Like lies. A new lie every day. The shade. Silly old sheep. Jilly. Moment of strength. Dancing without music. Dance? Okay, there we go.
She was mesmerizing. Gale glowed as she danced, and a thread span from her, flicking high into the air before resting in place, as if she was drawing the constellations. Then, thread upon thread layered onto each other, until a woven dome formed over the top of them. And me. As she danced around, I thought she caught my eye. I hid my own eyes and skulked further behind the berry bush. But she danced on. Lights flashed, centering on the needle, and then all was calm. Mum walked towards Gale, who looked exhausted, and laid a hand on her head. Gale said something to my mum, something about doubt. About me doubting her, perhaps. Gale flashed me a look. Whatever happened was coming to an end, and there was no time to linger. I shuffled away from the hilltop and caught a foot on a root, stumbling down to where the grave was before.
Grave. Hello.
As I rolled down the hill, desperate to get away, I came to rest where the grave was earlier. But it had gone. There was nothing here. Impossible. I clawed at the soil, thought better of myself, and then stumbled back towards the house. I remembered Gale's look, the one she gave me on the hilltop. It felt like she knew me.
Alright. Okay, and we're down to 2. Oh, and only one word goes to this one? Happy? Nope. Traveling back. Oh, is it traveling? Not 3 L's. Nope. Alright, this is the happy birthday. Missing grave. You must be to a woman. There's dance. Dancing without music. Moment. Strength. Okay, that doesn't really go anywhere new. A champion and moments respite. What was moments respite again? Strength potion. Yes, describing the illness. Champion. Thok was one of my favorites. Just basically describing Thok. This one. Only one word goes to this one. What is happy birthday again? Okay, that's what is happening. This is okay, and then this is the actual traveling back. Well, that's the finding out about traveling back. Then again, we have so many time loops that chronology is not exactly going to be respected. Also, only one word led to this one as well. So what one word leads to this one? Can't be any of the ones that I already have. That's obvious. names? I think I have all the names. Did I try Doctor? Doctor? Nope. Okay. What are the overall themes of this part of the story? Got time. I know, I could just go to chapter 3, and I'll probably do that. I just... These here. We got medicine, potion, and strength. This only one word goes to this one. This is between the happy birthday, which is... Okay, basically going up to the hilltop. Did I try friend? Okay, I've already discovered that one. Gotcha. Okay. Got diary. What about mum? Okay, doesn't help us discover new things. Okay, so this is after. So that's the missing grave. A woman, Weaver's dance, dancing without music. Oh, Weaver. Nope. Okay, we're gonna go to chapter 3. Down the stairs. I feel like this is one of those things where you can't get everything all in the first go anyway. Two hours and 20 minutes. And I've got food cooking. I'm gonna have to wrap this up eventually. Yeah, okay, yeah, completed chapter 2. Continue chapter 3.
Helping someone is the hardest thing in the world.
It heats up and then it sparkles.
Hurting someone pushes them away. Help someone, they'll need you again and again and again. They will need to return the favor, reimburse you, or they'll need your help forevermore. You can be sure that you're the new center of their world. I have never met someone who needs people more intensely than Megan. Both Primrose and I. Actually, saying no to someone in need. That's the hardest thing in the world.
Okay, so... Help?
It was time to say no. Perhaps it was time long ago. And I knew what it would mean for me. The cost for me. But this wouldn't be our ending, not for any of us. I knew that the moment I saw Primrose behind the buckthorn bush. It all clicked together. I knew what we all were in that moment. We were family.
Wait a minute, buckthorn grows outside of Demonheim? Since when?
I was going to help my family by saying no.
And then hurt? Nope. No. There we go, I discovered a new word! I learned no.
Primrose was there again, behind the buckthorn bush, as Megan begged for another return. Primrose had been there, without fail, for the past 3 returns. Every time the needle took all 3 of us back, and every time Primrose rushed to be in bed before her mother arrived.
Wait a minute. That first time that Primrose went up to the hill, she got returned with the other 2. So all 3 of them went back. So now she knows the previous timelines. Well, the timelines that she's experienced, at least. But doesn't that mean that the illness would just get worse and worse and worse? Or is she traveling back to a better supply of potions, medicines, or whatever, and that's staving off the illness?
Megan never saw her. Never thought that Primrose might have been following her. All Megan saw was a cruel fate. A daughter getting progressively ill within a time loop.
Okay, so she is getting more sick. Even though... Okay, okay, I gotcha.
But Primrose was on the verge of dying. It was time to say no to Megan and begin what must be begun.
Okay, let's try the names. Oh, but I mean, I got so many keywords. Like dying? There we go. See?
Megan never understood why Primrose was getting progressively ill after each returning.
She didn't want
She
to.
would wind back in time, and everything would revert apart from the illness. At first she despaired, but that progressed to anger. It was a cruel fate that denied Primrose her health. Even time was fighting against her.
Did I try anger in chapter 2? I don't think I did.
Just one more returning, she would say. One more would make it right. But Primrose was following Megan every time. Primrose was committed to ending her mother's pain.
Oh, another one.
Is there death in my future? Can I die? Or am I more kin to the needle than Primrose or Megan? Whatever the answer, I feel like I have more stories in me. I don't feel like this is the end. Something tells me that this is not the beginning either.
Okay, oh, there's so many words I could try. Oh yeah, anger. Press enter. This one right here.
Megan asked that I stay by the needle. She was to look after Primrose from now on. Somewhere along the line, she had lost her trust in me. Before returning, she would often burn Primrose's books. It was like a ritual, a habit she couldn't crawl out of. But Primrose wouldn't wake from it this time. She lay in bed and ignored it. If Megan was clearer of mind, she would have seen it for the clue that it was. Primrose was aware of everything she was doing.
Oh, burn?
Ever since Megan burned the books, something had moved in her. It was like Megan shifted aside to be seen only occasionally. There was something in there with her. At first I thought she just abandoned her sense of self, given everything up for Primrose. But no, there was someone in there with her. A thing.
Oh, when she abandoned Sir Ottoman and found another one to love? That's that thing. Thing?
I'd always meant to ask Primrose if there was something in the books, something that might have been unleashed when Megan burned them. But Primrose and I were kept apart by Megan. We never had the chance to talk like we did before. Was this thing in Megan from the books? Why did I never ask her?
Books? Okay, that's a new word, but nothing new. Megan. I've already discovered that one. Primrose. Nothing really new there. Gale.
I was born as I am now. I didn't have a mother, father, or childhood. I was me, nothing more. And I came to, next to the needle.
Interesting.
I knew what the needle was, but I knew next to nothing about myself. It's a back-to-front way of learning about the world. I knew how to use the needle, what its limits were, how it used time. But I had no idea about people, the world, nothing. I'm learning fast, and leaving a trail of mistakes behind me, I'm sure of it.
Joss. Nah. Slew. Nah. Mistakes? Okay, nothing really new. Oh, the needle.
I never told Megan how much a returning hurt. It didn't just sap the energy of the needle. It sapped from me, too. I would sleep, propped up next to the needle. It would give off a little heat as it recharged, and it felt like it was doing the same to me.
Return. So no new memory there. Time. Nothing new there. 30? Nah. Okay, I guess, like, go poke around? Nothing there. Nothing there. You got Megan.
You owe me this, Gale. You can't say no now. You can't. We need to fix what's happened. Primrose needs this. We need to do this for Primrose. I'm sorry, I don't mean to shout. I'm just tense, you know? Her legs are infected. Her skin is peeling. I don't know why she is so much worse.
You just don't see it, do you?
The return does nothing. It just makes her more ill. Am I doing something wrong?
Fix. There we
There
go.
wasn't much left of Primrose anymore. She found strength to make it up to the hilltop. She found it from somewhere, but she was rarely awake otherwise. Often, I would let myself into the house as both Megan and Primrose were asleep. Buckthornberry makes a rudimentary salve, and I would apply it to Primrose as she dreamed. It eased her pain, but there was no stopping her fate. I couldn't stay for long in a house, not only because I might get caught, but because I felt I was being watched. Someone, something, staring at me.
Ooh. Also, I just now noticed that the grandfather the grandfather clock is ticking right over there, which is like a kind of an indicator of time, which is a theme of the quest. Also, that painting, does that not look like Vigo the Carpathia from Ghostbusters 2? Just a little bit, like around the face. Okay. Focus on keywords. Salve. Nah. Fireplace. Anything in the kitchen? There's been nothing in the kitchen this entire time. Nothing there. Oh, it's just climb stairs. Okay. Still got the bearded lady over there. Wait, were the books making her sick? Was Thok right? Was there actually a demon in here slamming doors? I saw that, but where is it? Her skin is so pale, it's no wonder Megan thought she was dead. She had fainted. Let's descend the stairs. Oh yeah, we did dying, didn't we? But we did dead? Hail? That's not an L. Faint? There we go.
Primrose fainted loudly, crashing into the buckthorn. Megan had heard, and I couldn't stop her from running to her. Megan assumed the worst. She was panicking, shaking Primrose. She couldn't sense life as I could, and there was a thread of it still in Primrose. Megan was convinced that Primrose was dead, and I couldn't convince her otherwise. It is cruel to think it, but I believe that Megan wanted it to be true in some way. Deep down, she wanted to end this loop she had created for herself. That was when I saw the knife in her hand.
Say what? Say what? Knife?
The knife slipped between my ribs. I don't remember much of what Megan said as she stood above me, but it was clear she blamed me for Primrose's death. Then she ran downhill, and I moved as close to the needle as I could. My life was ebbing, but I was still able to touch the needle. I prepared to use the pausing phrase, when though. Perhaps somehow we will be found. With the needle, they will understand our story and save us all. Megan, Primrose, and myself.
Save you how?
It's the only way this can all be unwritten.
Unwritten. Really? End.
Something was always going to give. We couldn't loop forever, and at some point, we would reach an ending. And now we've reached it. But is it a closed loop? Or the start of another story?
Speaking of loop. Loop? So nothing really new there. Okay, we got one more room to check on. Anything new in here that I can mess with? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Growing pains. Oh, okay, grow. No. Pain. Nope. We got book, we got bird, we got anger. There was someone in there with her. Someone. Nope. Demon. Okay, so nothing really new. Evil? There we go. A note has appeared on the buckthorn bush by the needle.
It was at the end of one of the returnings. Once Primrose had rushed home and Megan followed a little time after. Primrose had hooked a small sheet of paper onto a buckthorn. A message for me. It spoke of a necessary evil.
Ink? While I'm here. Nothing near there, okay. So I guess we, descend the stairs. Go check out that note. Oh, wait, what? Letter from Primrose. Dear Gale, for reasons I've never understood, you've always been there for us, and we both know that you've seen me at the berry bush. This is not exactly by the needle. This is at the bottom of the hill. For both of these reasons, I owe you the truth. When I found out what Mum was doing, turning back time to keep me alive, I struggled with what to do. I thought about confronting her and telling her to stop. to let me die, to enjoy the moments left with me. But I knew that wouldn't stop her. She would find a moment when I was asleep to go back in time, to begin another loop without me being aware. There was only one thing I could do, a necessary evil. I couldn't let Mom know that I was aware of the returning, so I determined to follow her through every time loop. I hope you will understand why I'm doing this. Please don't reveal me or my plan. Let me keep coming to the berry bush. If not for me, do this for Mom. I do all of this for her. She needs to break this loop so that she can live herself. Look after her again, Primrose. So we did end. Live? No. Let's read the note again. Truth, maybe that's one. Turning? Moment? I think I tried moment in chapter 1 and chapter 2 and nothing. Turning. Plan. I'd live. Truth. Okay, yeah. Truth and plan. Truth. No. Plan. That's not a word. Plan. Okay, we were evil in the ink. Agony? Kindness. Just one more. So do we do pain? Yeah, that's not a keyword. We did evil. Beginning and the end. Did we do beginning? Beginning. Nope. Family. Ah, new word.
I struggled with what family meant. Never having parents or siblings will do that to you. But I found myself pulled into Primrose and Megan's lives more and more, like a black hole. I've tried to move on and away, but they've needed me. I felt responsible. I've wanted to see them happy. And, if I'm honest, I felt happy that they needed me. I can only imagine that is what family means.
We got loot. Super worst. We try needle. We got end, right? Ending. Beginning is not one. Worst? No. Responsible? No. Okay, what keywords do we have currently? Stick, needle, gale, family, book, burn, anger, burn, demon, Megan, book, demon thing, needle, dying dead, fix, evil, evil fainting, no Primrose, return, family help, no Primrose, ending loop, fainting something, knife, dying, dead and dying. So what do we go talk to Gale? Does she say anything useful?
The knife slipped between my ribs. I don't remember much of what Megan said as she stood above me, but it was clear she blamed me for Primrose's death. Then she ran downhill, and I moved as close to the needle as I could. My life was ebbing, but I was still able to touch the needle. I prepared to use the pausing phrase, when love. Perhaps somehow we will be found.
Love?
With the needle, they will understand our story and save us all. Megan, Primrose, and myself.
Save?
It's the only way this can all be unwritten.
Okay, let's try Wenla. This word has power. Speak it at the needle on the hill to end this chapter and move time to the present. Okay, so I know that now. What else? Pause. Nope. Life? Nope. Save. Nope. I mean, we can technically just end this now, I think. End the chapter. Play. Alright, but remember, chapter 3 complete. So I guess that means I go here and speak. Continue to the finale. Yes. Because I can smell my rice cooking. That means it's almost done. Wenla! You feel time reassert itself, and the area snaps back to the present. What is happening now is no longer a memory. Talk to Gale.
Buckthorn.
Yeah, that's down there. I can harvest it, apparently. Oh, I probably need to harvest it, don't I? You know, dying person says Buckthorn. Yeah, that is down there. Oh, you need it? Okay. Hey, I got some buckthorn for you. Okay, there you are.
Buckthorn.
Do I have to actually use it on you? Use. Not on the needle. Onto Gale. This doesn't appear to do anything. Grind it? Use buckthorn smelling salts. On Gale. Not the needle. This doesn't appear to do anything. What do you mean it doesn't do anything?
Buckthorn.
Quest, what am I doing? I need to find a way to heal Gale. She mentions that buckthorn berries have healing properties when properly treated. I need to find a way to wake Primrose from a deep sleep. Okay, smelling salts there. I need to find a way to release Megan from her possession. I should look around the house and see if I can find an answer. Okay, so I got a lot of stuff to do, it seems. I can still harvest some buckthorn. Nothing there. Nothing in the well. Let's not worry about the possessed lady yet. Nothing in the kitchen still. Oh, bookcase. Bookcase. Let's see. Metum the Devoid. Tiwil Death Stone. In my travels, I've collected mountains of research on demons. Demons that control the weather, demons that wish to rule, demons that just want to destroy everything. But one demon stands out as a curious case. Metum. This demon appears to thrive on the pure misery, while being miserable herself. As moods spiral and hope is lost from those around her, Metum's power swells. Some say that demons don't feel guilt, but this one wallows in the constant misery like a mud bath. I've met those in the city who blame their every misery on her. One man swore that she made him stub his toe getting out of bed every morning. A woman blamed Metum for constantly burning her food. I have even heard word that Metum was the biggest contributor to citizens' asylum halls. It's hard to unravel what this demon truly is. Is it the scapegoat, a minor mischief maker, or terror like the likes of which few have seen? Whatever the case, pray to Saren that she never crosses your path, whether minor inconvenience or endless torture. It won't be good. Okay, so we need to find a cure for Metum. Okay, your delay is still there. Talk to Primrose. Smelling salt, yes. And she flips around.
Where is Mum?
She's kind of possessed at the moment.
Please, find her. She's not safe by herself.
Okay, she's not safe by us. But what other things do I have in here? Not much. Not much at all. Descend the stairs. Hey, Megan, you gotta get Metum out of you.
Who are you? Stay away from us. Megan is mine. This family is mine. You hear?
I clicked through a little too fast. Let's do this one last, because that's when you get power over the demon. You need to let Primrose go. Megan glares at you, but doesn't respond. Oh.
Who are you? Megan is mine. This family is mine. You hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. You're possessed, Megan. Fight it! And she glares, but doesn't respond.
Who are you? Megan is mine.
That doesn't sound like you. Okay, we have to name the demon.
Who are you? Megan.
Metum!
Is she gone? She's gone.
That was it? That's all I had to do?
That thing in me. It's quiet. Whatever did you do?
I said her name?
Please, help Primrose. And Gale. Gods, Gale.
Okay, so... Gale... Well, let's get some more buckthorn just in case. What do I, oh, maybe I need to, like, move her toward the thing? The needle? Why is your click area in the wrong place?
Buckthorn.
Yeah, I got it. I got the buckthorn. You search the needle. The needle stands firm, immovable, face pointed. See cancers. Okay. Grind the leaf, and then use on Gale. This doesn't appear to do anything. I need to find a way to heal Gale. She mentioned that buckthorn berries have healing properties when properly treated. Oh, do I need the berries? Do I need the berries? Is that it? I got a leaf, not a berry. I mean, it doesn't say I can... Okay, I pick a berry, which looks like a seed. Bottle of crushed berries. Examine. Bottle filled with crushed buckthorn berries. Rumored to have healing properties when suitably warmed. Ah, I gotta warm them, right?
Buckthorn.
Okay. Even though there's a fire there. Wait a minute. The needle gets warm, right? Right? I mean, I have a fire right here, so I can technically. I should technically be able to, but the needle gets warm, right? Not warm enough, it seems. Nice surge. Nope. Okay, is this the moment when the kitchen is actually useful? Use on the stove. Finally, this is useful! You warm the crushed berries and then the mixture changes into a potent healing salve. And I guess I don't need the smelling salts anymore. I mean, Primrose might fall asleep again, who knows? Not search the needle. Talk to Kale. Here's your buckthorn.
Give me some time to get my wind back.
Okay.
Wake Primrose. The buckthorn leaf will do that for you.
I did that.
And please, do what you can for Megan.
Already did that.
Megan, I haven't been honest with you. I knew what Primrose was doing, but didn't feel it was my place to intervene. I'm still not sure if I made the right decision. But we are here. The decision was made. And Primrose does not have long. You have 3 options, Megan. You take the time that Primrose has remaining, and you bring her as much joy as you possibly can. Enjoy your days together, but they will be days, perhaps less. The second is to allow you the returning, just one last time. Although I denied you it, it was because you were not yourself. It would allow you one last month. But there is a dishonesty in that. And Primrose is unsure of you in that time. It may not be the release you are looking for. The third option may be the least satisfying for you, but it may save Primrose. It would require a great sacrifice from you.
So what exactly is the illness?
I told you that the needle could not go back further than 30 days. That is not entirely true. It can go back further, years in fact. But that comes with a terrible cost. You become one with the needle. You become subsumed by it.
Wait a minute. Is Gale Megan of the future? What? Probably not, but what?
Whomever goes back becomes its warden, its keeper. They are strong when it is strong. They are weak when it is weak.
I mean, that sounds like you. It sounds like you're saying she could become you, but in the past. Which means that you are her now, but in the future, which is now.
We could send Primrose back, years in the past. She would be paired with the needle, but she would also share its strength. She would be healed.
Oh, okay, so you're saying that you're Primrose in the future. I got you.
But she would also have no memory of you or her own past.
Like you have no memory of your past.
In terms of the mind. I ask you, Megan, would you let her die now? In a month's time? Or be reborn with no memory of you?
There's no way in this life that I'm going to take my needs over Primrose's. Not again. I've done far too much of that already. Send her back with the needle. Do what you can to save her, Gale.
I understand. Could you both wait in the house? This won't take long.
Waiting. 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 Am I supposed to do something? I should go investigate the needle on the hill. Perhaps there's a clue. I think I know what the clue is, but Megan? Megan seems lost in thought, staring onwards. The needle is on the hill. There's a red dot, not a yellow dot. Note from Gale. Read the note from Gale. Megan. I should probably use my echo thing, because she has an echoey voice. Megan, the needle's magic worked. Primrose survived. It will live a long life. I send you love for making that decision. It cannot have been easy. By sending Primrose back in time, we tied her to the needle. This is something you know. By doing so, she woke up 3 years previous without any memory of who she was. She was alone, but she would not be for long. How do I know this? I know this because this is my past. Knew it. What happened to me? I woke up 3 years ago without memory. I was the one who was alone. You may even have been aware of this on some level. I am Primrose. I am your daughter. And now I must ask you a favor. Perhaps the biggest favor anyone could ask of someone. I ask that you let me go. Let me run away. By staying with you for so long, I was avoiding something. Something you may never understand. But now I will face it and do Primrose proud. I hope to return to you. This is not a goodbye, Gale. Close. And now what? I should speak to Megan. Okay. Search the needle. It's the same thing has been the whole time. Well, maybe she's fallen asleep and I need to use the smelling salts, right? Because why else would I have extra?
Gale was my daughter.
Yeah.
And now she leaves me.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better prepare for her coming back. She can't come back to this mess. That will never do. Thank you for helping us all. I sense that none of this would have come to pass without you. Take the needle. I have no need of it. May time be kind to you. But now it is time to tidy.
Hey, I did it. Got a quest point, an XP lamp. If you unlock all chapters, 1 medium XP lamp. If you unlock all the words, a large XP lamp, a needle, 2 treasure hunter keys. Okay. It's all the words and all the chapters. That I'm gonna have to do that off camera and use the guide or something. Because that it's like I got to the point where I was just guessing. XP lamp. I guess throw it into fire making. Because that's annoying to train. Yay. And what does this do? The needle does not respond. To replay chapters of the needle skips, you'll need to attune the shard at the needle on the hill. Okay, so that's how I do the thing. And I guess destroy the buckthorn smelling salts? Yeah. I guess I don't need them anymore. Do I have to leave the area manually? Or is this no longer the instanced area? Okay, I guess leave the quest. There we are. Wait a minute. I want to see what the quest area looks like when I'm not on the quest. Because I never actually went into the house before starting the quest. Although it probably looks different now that I've done the quest, right? Okay, this looks like chapter 1.
Gale was my daughter,
Yeah.
and now she leaves.
Okay, you already told me this. Okay, so we did that. The quest description said it was short, so I was hoping to get to the rebuilding Edgeville today, but 3 hours. And I heard my rice cooker go off. My rice is done. I need to go take care of that stuff. So I guess next episode we'll be rebuilding Edgeville. Let's see, what was this one? Long. That one is long. So maybe next episode is going to be short. Unless this one is a short one like this one was. Anyway, did this make you laugh? Did this make you smile? Did this brighten your day in any way, shape, or form whatsoever? If it did, pass it on. Find someone you care about, make them laugh, make them smile. Brighten their day. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And with that, I'll see you when I see you.